Welcome to InformOverload, the show where we take the top trending topics on the internet and then make them more entertaining. I'm your host, Johnny Rogers, aka the Bacon Overlord, and to never miss another exciting video, click that subscribe button and ring the bell to join our notification squad. Now before we get started though, leave us a comment down below with what you think the benefits of social media are, and while you ponder that, let's jump right into the top 10 careers that were ruined by social media, part 2. In at number 10, Epicurious. Now in our first part we mentioned that lady who lost her job because she decided it was funny to post her Halloween outfit as one of the Boston Marathon bombing victims. This scenario is a little less harsh, but regardless still makes you cringe hard. Epicurious is a digital brand for consumers interested in food and cooking related topics, and they must have missed the memo on sensitivity training because following the horrific incident of the Boston Marathon bombing, they tweeted this. In honor of Boston and New England, may we suggest whole grain cranberry scones. Yep. And then literally 30 minutes later, they tweeted again saying, Boston, our hearts are with you. Here's a bowl of breakfast energy we could all use to start today. Oh my god. What is wrong with you people? Who thinks that in this moment it's the perfect opportunity to promote recipes? Fortunately, everyone felt the same way, and whoever was running their social media page, career ruined, and the company's name was tarnished as a result. In at number 9, the California Pizza Kitchen. Way back in 2009, Timothy De La Ghetto was working as a server at California Pizza Kitchen, but his time as a server didn't last very long, and he has Twitter to thank for that. He actually tweeted at the company's account saying, at California Pizza Kitchen, black button-ups are the lamest shit ever. And eventually his account was tracked back to a Long Beach store, and as a result he was fired immediately for his behavior. Although his career was finished as a server, Tim took control of his life and began making YouTube videos. From his verified Twitter account, Tim reflected on the whole matter with nothing but optimism, where he said, fun fact, the month I got fired from CPK, I won a YouTube contest for $15,000 and I totally took that as a sign. Fair enough. In at number 8, the zoo. In June of 2015, a seasonal employee at the Brookfield Zoo in Chicago put up a selfie on Facebook with a caption, "What's up y'all, at work serving these rude ass white people." Not only was she at work and in her uniform, but she also tagged the zoo as her location. SMH. Following this social media faux pas, the zoo issued a statement where they said, yesterday we became aware of the actions of a single employee which we agree are unacceptable. This employee's statements in social media are in violation of our policies and do not reflect our institution's values. We have zero tolerance for these kinds of divisive behaviors. We treat all employment matters confidentially, but rest assured that we have taken prompt action to remedy the situation. I love they're like, we're such a virtuous organization that cages wild animals for profit. But nonetheless, yeah, she should have been fired. In at number 7, no phones allowed. A 19-year-old from Arizona clearly did not like her job anyway, so we're sure she was fine with being fired, but still, this one boggles my mind. She was fired from her position as a daycare employee with Kids Play after sending a Snapchat photo to some of her friends. In the photo, the woman is holding up the middle finger, I almost did it, to the children she's supposed to be taking care of with the caption, "Swear I love kids." Amongst this unusual behavior, the woman was also under investigation by the local police department because someone claimed that she had filmed the kids fighting and playing in toilets. Like Kid Fight Club? This lady is nuts! Although these allegations were never confirmed, she was fired for having her cell phone out when she should have been watching the children. Again, fair enough. In at number 6, the math teacher. Carly McKinney, who goes by the ever so creative username on Twitter, Carly Crunkbear, posted a photo of herself smoking some doobage and topped it off with the caption, naked, wet, stoned. Now, the fact that she lives in Colorado does make what's happening here make a little more sense, but nonetheless, Miss McKinney here works as a high school math teacher, and this kind of behavior is not exactly what parents want to see online. Although, then again, if you live in Colorado, you might be like, that's rad, man. She somehow made her situation worse though by following that tweet up with, watching a drug bust go down in the parking lot. It's funny because I have weed in my car in the staff parking lot. This lady just about to ruin her own career. Her excuse was that she and a friend had started the account as a parody, and all I have to say to that is, sure you did. Sure you did. In at number 5, the cricket cheerleader. The Indian Premier League was put under a lot of pressure when a cheerleader named Gabriella Pascolato, who had worked for the several cricket teams, wrote a tell-all blog, and boy oh boy did she certainly tell all. After straight up calling out a few of the Aussie players by name, she also went on to say that a lot of them try to cheat on their wives and girlfriends with the cheerleaders, even quoting one man that said, "Come home with me, I just want to cuddle." She goes on to say in the blog, "Oh please, I have come to realize that cricketers are the most loose and mischievous sportsmen I have ever come across. Makes me wonder if I should worry about them more than the commoners on the street." And once the blog post went viral, Gabriella was fired by all of the team owners. They don't want that drama in the Indian Premier League. In at number 4, the CrossFit Trainer. Back in June of 2018, a CrossFit gym in Indianapolis, Indiana decided that they were going to cancel a scheduled Pride Month workout. As you would imagine, the company took a lot of heat for deciding to cancel this event, but perhaps the person who got the brunt of that was the Christian pastor who also worked as a CrossFit trainer. Okay. The Alabama-based pastor's name is Russell Berger, and following his gym's announcement, he took to Twitter to applaud them, saying, "As someone who personally believes celebrating Pride is a sin," and he uses pride in quotation marks, "I'd like to personally encourage #CrossFitInfiltrate for standing by their convictions and refusing to host an Indie Pride workout. The intolerance of the LGBTQ ideology toward any alternative views is mind-blowing." Now, CrossFit immediately decided to separate themselves from this trainer and went into damage control real quick. Soon they made a public statement and declared that Russell had been fired. In at number 3, Hurricane Harvey. In August of 2017, a man named Kenneth L. Story, who worked as a sociology professor at the University of Tampa, tweeted out how Hurricane Harvey was instant karma for Texas Republicans. The tweet said, "I don't believe in instant karma, but this kind of feels like it for Texas. Hopefully this will help them realize the GOP doesn't care about them." He must have known what he said was going to be criticized because he immediately removed the tweet and even deleted his account. But it was already too late. The school he worked for began getting furious calls and emails, and not too long after, the professor was fired. 10 days following his firing, Story issued an apology where he said that he never meant to wish ill upon any group, but the damage was already done. In at number 2, the Cisco Job. A UC Berkeley grad by the name of Connor Riley must still be kicking herself for this one. She had just received a job offer from Cisco, and I suppose instead of quietly mulling it over, she decided to talk it out on Twitter? Whoever thinks this is a good idea? In the tweet, Riley said, "Cisco just offered me a job. Now I have to weigh the utility of a fatty paycheck against the daily commute to San Jose and hating the work." These people. Oh my god. Where are your parents to help you through this? Unfortunately for her, someone claiming to be a Cisco employee saw the tweet and added a reply. They said, "Who is the hiring manager? I'm sure they would love to know that you will hate the work. We here at Cisco are versed in the web." Welp, at least she won't have to stress over that anymore. I mean, it seems like the decision was just made for her at that point. Last but not least, on our number 1 spot, the Obama hater. Jofi Joseph was employed as a National Security Council staffer, and after a long internal investigation, he was linked to a private Twitter account that was leaking vital information. His Twitter handle was @NatSetWonk, with national security is just shortened there for you, and the account was originally created in February of 2011, and with it, Joseph had spent years denigrating the national security policies under the Obama administration. As I said, he even leaked vital security information as well as making offensive tweets towards women. This story made headlines all over the world, with many journalists shortening the story to simply say that he was making fun of the Obama team on Twitter, which sounds way less crazy until you actually hear what he did. Nonetheless, he is still amongst those who have had their whole career ruined by social media. Well, they did it themselves, and social media just helped them get there. With that, let's check out some of your comments from the video titled "Top 10 Celebrity Careers That Me Too Destroyed." Brenda McGuire says, "Top 10 male celebrities that ruined their careers by sexual assaulting people." There, fix the headline for you. Look, I agree that this would have been a better title, but pay attention to the actual content and less to the title. The title is just so people can find the video easier. Sexual misconduct was the reason their careers were destroyed, without a doubt. It was their own actions that did it. However, because of YouTube policies, we can't say that in a title or the video will be demonetized or even removed. Well, we hope you understand. Rose Smith says, "No Weinstein?" How about an update on how the case against him is going? The list was celebrities that ruined their careers, and Weinstein, in my opinion, was more of a behind the scenes person than an outright household name celebrity. Now everyone knows his name, but before that, probably not. That's the only reason why I didn't include him in the list. Ellie Kindred Zombie says, as a survivor of sexual harassment and assaults, I would say this sends a clear message by taking down famous people that we won't tolerate this abuse anymore. You are 100% right, and my intention when writing that video was to highlight the terrible things each of these people did to do, as you said, raise awareness. Roheven says, a man named Anthony Rapp, he's a great actor in his own right and originated one of the most iconic roles on Broadway in Rent. I know Anthony Rapp isn't just some random guy, but for the sake of the video and for the sake of time, I wasn't going to go into explaining all the amazing things that he's done in his career. Sadly, people's attention span is so short that I gotta get right to the point. Vicaria McDowell says, hi Bacon King, watching here in Jamaica. Love the channel, watch IO all the time. I should probably go study and give IO a break. Ha ha ha, never. No way, Jamaica, that's incredible. Thank you so much for watching, and you should definitely go study. Just put us in your watch later tab. And that has been the top 10 careers that were ruined by social media part 2. Thank you for watching Inform Overload, and if you enjoyed this video, then show some love here by tapping that like and subscribe button. Also, make sure you give us a follow on Instagram for tons of behind the scenes content. Links for that will be in the description below. And while you're there, why don't you leave us a comment with your thoughts on this list. Plus more videos like this one, all you gotta do is tap that playlist when it comes up on your screen. From IO, my name is Johnny Rogers, and until next time, stay greasy. He got a new one!